There we go. Thank you for the subscription, Doom. Thank you for the description and the subscription.
I do.
I had to say that twice and I fucked up the second time because the mic wasn't on.
You should say that Hobbit is in the kitchen where he belongs.
My man's making food.
This will be a 53 after we stream.
He's a man wife.
It's true.
We're just waiting for the ad to end and then I'll start up.
Do you have a drink?
I'm fine. Alright, there we go. Let me get the thingy up. I was distracted by art. Alright, there we go. Hello everybody! Welcome to the Patreon stream, the first one of February. I remembered the name of the month. We couldn't do one last night because we went to a little local con. It's surprisingly big.
There was cosplayers and there was loot.
We found an artist that we knew back from Virginia.
Yeah.
That was the wildest thing. I was like, I have that picture.
Oh, that's interesting. I recognize that art. Wait a minute.
I gave my card to some people. I don't know if they kept it, but I did a social.
It was fun, and we said hello.
I was off my meds for the first half, though, so I could feel the moment when they kicked in.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
Headset, why do you always do this?
Okay. I had to figure out who was going where.
There we go. Okay. Sounds good.
You're good. Doom is obviously our childie.
Hi, Doom.
Apparently 4 years is around the time you like when the child's 4 years old, that's when you get the divorce. I think it's 2 to 4 years after the child is born.
I mean, at that point, you're basically like, you survived enough to realize that you've gone through the most stressful thing you could probably go through, and that you hate their fucking guts.
I think it's also a time when like the baby, you're not getting up at night for feedings as much as you are when they're like itty bitty baby.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So you're not forced to stay with this person who is not helping, which I assume is probably most of the reasons. I hate to say it.
Yeah. Like I said, at that point you've got the stress is over, so now you've got the relief from the stress.
I think it's less like, it's more like it is not as stressful and you don't need to have someone there, because it's really, really hard to raise a kid by yourself when it's a little baby, because you got all the feedings, you got all they take constant attention, but at 4, they're going to preschool, they're going to school, you can get babysitters, that kind of thing, but, I think that's when you're like, well, I'm not in desperate need of even the slightest bit of help from this person who's not doing their job. So, I'm leaving. Bye-bye.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Come to think of it, I think that's when my parents, split up for the first time. Because they had my next sister when she was 4. Or when I was 4. And then they tried again when the next one was 4. So it makes sense now.
Yeah, that sounds about right for mine, too. Because I remember I was pretty young, so I would have been in intermediate school. I don't think I was in middle school, so I would have been less than 10, I think.
I can calculate things by my siblings' ages.
And then I had to go back and forth between Texas and Virginia.
I had to go back and forth between North Carolina and Virginia.
Well, I did have the small benefit of flying for some of those, so I got to have shrimp on the plane.
Ours was a 4-hour drive.
Oof. I feel like the 4-hour drive is probably a lot worse.
Yeah.
Because at least for me, it was just being handed off from one adult to another and then, like, sitting there behaving-ish. And I got snackies.
You got to ride in a plane, which is cool. For a kid.
Yeah. The first time, that's when we found out that I was not allergic to shrimp, because the people on the plane just gave me shrimp while I was on the plane without, like, checking if the child has allergies or anything.
Ooh, that would have been uncomfortable.
A little bit. Child alone, literally, spent the extra to have the unaccompanied minor be accompanied by an employee kind of thing.
Not doing their job.
Oof. Small problems. It's fine, probably. I didn't die. I imagine nowadays there are like a lot less food options on planes just because like you might as well just not have any possibility of allergic reactions to people. Just like, nope, we're not going to have this, or this on the plane.
I think that's why they switched from peanuts to pretzels.
Yeah. Because you never know and you don't want to find out.
I haven't been on a plane for a good while, so.
Yeah. While my folks may want us to go down there to Texas, I don't want to go down to Texas. Though, they are starting to turn into a blue state, so that's funny.
Well, if you ever need to, I'll go with you.
I appreciate your support. I also don't want to unless I must.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool though, that like Texas of all places is getting freaking hammered.
Yeah, it was like at least 2 people I saw.
Mm-hmm.
It might have been more than that.
One of the places that lost was a place that in the election Trump won by 17%.
Yeah.
So it is a deeply red place that fucking said hell no. That's saying something, man. Y'all got some stubborn ass Texan people that turned their mind around.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like for some Texans, like it's just the ingrained stubbornness. You can't.
It's probably the gun thing. They started to touch their guns.
Touch their guns. Went full stupid. That's all there was to it. Well, like, yeah. No, that's saying something. It's good to see, though. Hell, a lot of this has been good to see. There was, like, a person who was recording ice hats, and they literally bail out of their vehicle, pull guns on them, arrest them. Turns out their wife was friends with like the chief of police in that state. So the literal chief of police fucking shows up and gets them.
Bro, can you imagine how many people they do that to people that aren't friends with the chief of police though?
That's literally what it is. It's just like sheer luck and incompetence. They managed to get one person who is fundamentally the worst they could have grabbed in that situation.
I mean, statistically, they probably would end up doing it eventually anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say.
I mean,
like, you grab enough people, one of them's gonna be able to fight,
Yeah.
like, legally and shit.
And in that situation, too, the kind of person who would know those people is probably also the kind of person that would follow a bunch of ice holes, filming them to make sure they're not doing anything fucking stupid.
Well, now they would. A few years back, now they'd be on their side.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ice people wearing the blue lines thing. So.
Hiyo. We cannot, in fact, return 2026. It's true. It's been past the 30-day limit. Unless you purchased an extended warranty. We've been meaning to reach you about 2026's extended car warranty. She's looking for a reference that she knows she has. I recognize that face.
Yeah, I'm just having a little trouble figuring out the legs, because they're pony legs.
Yeah.
But I was thinking I might have a reference, that would work better. More, human bits-ish. I have one, but I can't put it on here. It's not appropriate.
What? Inappropriate references in your reference folder?
I know, right?
No, how could that happen?
Oh my god, so many. It's not even funny. Like, I don't give a fuck.
They said I tried to find a reference, but it was all smut. So yes.
So we're both having this problem.
No worries.
That's the way life goes.
Mm-hmm. Oops, all E621.
You think the fan's making noise over the mic?
I didn't hear it. Let me turn the sound back on. Talk, 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 talk,
So I
talk,
can
talk,
turn it
talk.
off. Oh well.
No, I can't hear it at all. Yeah, it is. If it's perceptible at all, it's barely. So, it's all good. I can turn it off if you want.
Oh yeah, if you wouldn't mind. 'Cause I'm
Yeah,
done with
gotcha.
it. I worked out before the stream to get off my ass.
She works out. There you go.
Well, I try.
Mhm.
I don't do a very good job.
Wife lies secretly. She's super fit.
No.
Buff-to-puss.
No.
8 flexing arms.
No.
That would be pretty funny to show your avatar like super buff.
No.
I mean, the rot is a pretty cool idea.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought they did a really great job in general on that.
They're an LMD, Lamb of Mass Destruction.
The writing for it was great. You can tell they really wanted to tell that story.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can get the thingies so that they'll stop rotting, and then they're pretty slick. They can't sin, but otherwise they're pretty usable. They'll do most everything else. But yeah, the whole mountain was that's just cool. Whole mountain? Whole mountain. So it's that DLC. If you got it, you should go get Woolhaven. Woolhaven's awesome. However, do not play Namakorian. Because it turns out, the game's co-op only. It is literally mandatory multiplayer. So that's a bit of a bummer. And they do puke and poop everywhere. Yeah.
They do.
But you can use that to make charcoal for when it's winter time, so that's good.
You can use the poop to unfreeze the farm plots.
Mm-hmm. Then you can farm all in winter. Like a cool guy. Aren't you cool because you can farm? Then again, you can also... Yigna did nothing wrong. I mean, really didn't. At least is what we can tell. It was really like the followers made the choice. And she really just perished. But, you know, God, so that didn't stick.
Look, Cult Soul Lamb isn't about who's right and who's wrong. It's about who's your favorite war hero. Or war criminal. Both.
I guess it depends on whose side you're on.
Actually, this one will work.
Criminal, hero, same thing. Just depends on who's writing the story.
Yeah, this is appropriate. There's nothing going on in it.
Yeah, especially the Owu is really good with that. I hate gods. Death to all gods.
Fuck gods. Yeah, fuck gods. Not like that.
We believe in you. No, no, no.
It's about who you can put in a bikini.
You must be this believed in to become a god. Ah, damn it.
It is kind of about who's left when you get down to it, though.
Yeah. Owen's left, which means they're right.
Ha.
And also about getting good at Woolhammer. Wife has completed all the Woolhammer matches.
Twice.
You gotta. That's how you get all the
Including
stuff.
the bidding. No, in like 2 files, so I guess 4 times.
Yeah. Just put all the cult members in a bikini and then make it snow.
I mean, apparently if you're doing a sin thing, I noticed they're fine with the cold. So I guess the sin keeps them warm.
Their heinous actions will protect them from the snow.
Exactly.
I like that.
I'm gonna make this a lot more horny than it needs to be.
I mean,
Which is, it's me.
given most
I'm not
things, I think there's
wrong.
an acceptable level of horny coming in here. A little stitch drawing of you, but it's got like the red crayon, and it's like, you're at this horny. We need you to be about here to be on Twitch.
I think it's just enough about luck, but also just enough about skill that it can really piss you off, which is
Yeah.
great.
All the planning in the world doesn't beat like 2 good drops. This one is your only straight OC. Also you. Okay.
I don't think I have any straight OCs.
Hey.
I played with some characters that were in a traditional cis male-female relationship, but I almost played with it like a fetish. Like, oh boy, I'm gonna play with gender roles.
You're playing with-
Whee!
It's like it's Sims.
Yeah, it really was like, I'm gonna play with the traditional things. Oh boy, how can I invert this into like my weird kinks and junk like that? It was kind of fun.
This is a traditional.
It was I was literally fetishizing them more than I would like any other like type of ship with genders and stuff like that. I was like, haha.
Ah, so transgressive.
I know, right? But it was fun.
See, it's a political marriage. He kisses them daily. I mean, what's the point of OCs if you're not doing stupid things with them?
That's what they're for, right?
Right. As far as I know, that's the only reason to create OCs. Not to do things that are, you know, illegal.
I do it by accident.
Hey,
Everyone wants me to design their damn OCs, and I'm like, I'm not good at it. And I do it by accident. I'm still not good at it, but I do it by accident.
I'm not good at it, she says, having done multiple on stream.
I hate it. I'm bad at it.
That's a lie. I love you. You just gotta pick them together and clack them together. Yeah.
I didn't expect, like, it wouldn't be so much of an OC, but I based them on how I played the game, and it just kind of came out to a character.
Mm-hmm.
Not a great character, but a character.
Yeah. You had a lot of fun with it. Did a lot of good work with it.
I mean, I'm just starting the Woolhaven shit.
I mean, like, you have objectively done a lot of things with Owen.
Alright, does a lot of things with it.
Like we all agree, much plot and story has occurred with Ewan already.
It's kind of an accident.
Coincidental to getting to where you want him to be.
Yeah, pretty much.
Folded in half.
Dude, my fucking shit was supposed to be like 3 pages.
Yep.
And now I'm like, I'm gonna try to keep Woolhaven to 3 or 4 pages, so we'll see how that fucking goes.
Foreshadowing is a literary device.
I am gonna try to keep it simple and to the big things.
Mm-hmm.
I do like it when people get into it because they're horny and they're like, oh shit. This is like a plot and a character and I'm crying from my eyes and my penis. I'm the only one who says that.
Wait a minute, there's writing with this horny? Interesting.
I don't think my writing's that great, but I think some of my shit's funny and I think my comic composition is pretty good.
Mm-hmm. I think it's fun.
Especially in this day and age where like no one does comic composition more or less.
Also, Nari in a box.
That didn't turn out as cute as it could have.
Can always be cuter,
I
right?
know, right? That pisses me off so much.
Nari needs to be 20% more adorable. He's an idiot.
20% cooler.
Hey. Come on and smile. The little con was a lot of fun. A lot more cosplayers than I was really expecting, but it was also a lot bigger than I was expecting, so that works.
Yeah, pretty big for $30, I think it was.
20.
20, yeah, that's really not that much.
Mm-hmm.
Not set up the best.
Yeah, it was
But
a
it's
little
like-
narrow.
Yeah, it's for a school, so
Yeah. Like, as far as, college run cons, that was a pretty big one.
yeah. I was just expecting some like local people
Yeah.
doing this shit.
A lot of cosplayers, a lot of booths, a lot of merch. It's pretty nice. We even had some of those weird things that you usually only see at larger cons, like people having a booth where they were just not selling the things that were on their table.
Oh, honey, chill.
I'm still grumpy about that. Hi, Minty. They had Arknights loot boxes, and they were just there to show that they had Arknight loot boxes. Why?
My break-in's tomorrow and I gotta get back to all the people who asked about commissions.
Yeah, ironically, Arknights sells a lot of physical merch. They just have a lot of little, bibs and bobs that they sell. Hi, Pixel. And I believe your commission status is reopening on Monday.
Yeah.
So.
I'm ending my break. I took a week off for Woolhaven so I could do some art. And I did get it started, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I got the character designs down and I got the first comic sketched, which is legit the hardest part, pretty much.
Minty says she's going to attack your commissions in mid-month.
No.
You've been warned. Well, threatened more like, but still. Threatened with a good time anyways.
Oh, we are saving for a house. I should work hard.
Hey, sheep mama, how cold them titties? Very. You should warm them on your face.
I like to think all the little markings I gave her have like a little bit of a chill to them.
Mm-hmm. I like the bell bottom.
Which means you could like trace her like stretch marks, because I have those glowing, and probably get like a different texture of hot and cold as you go along.
That'd be fun, yeah.
Same with the nips.
I like that one that you showed me earlier with the goat is just kind of there, who's just not even involved with all this shit.
He just does not seem to want to be there. Understandable.
Goat consistently just having things occur to them.
I really think the goat has like already experienced this in their world,
Mm.
so they just don't care.
That would make sense if, like, in the goat's world, because it was the goat instead of the lamb, the rot went off, and that's why everything was all fucked up and on fire, because they were trying to burn back the rot.
That'd be fun. I don't know if they're gonna do anything with that, but it'd be cool if they did. I'd like it either way. They also like to keep stuff kind of untold so that they can let people do their own thing too, which is also good.
Yeah, they're pretty free range with like encouraging people to create in their little world. It's honestly really nice. It's kind of homestucky in that way.
Mm-hmm.
I still feel like they have the opportunity to do multiple seasons now since they've done the winter one. But
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're gonna do another DLC eventually that will open up the other half of that walkway.
either that or it'd be like, ascending to deal with like the angels in the upper tier ones. Maybe that's a thing.
That might be it. I don't know. I'll be happy whatever they make, honestly.
It's been a lot
Much
of
like
fun.
Toby Fox.
If something occurs, I am happy with this.
Like, oh boy, content for the thing I like, done by the people I like. Hooray!
Bard, I saw one that was if Lincoln saw this in the theater, he'd shoot himself.
What was it?
About Melania, the movie.
Yeah, I watched Dead Domain talk about it, and damn, like, I don't know if it should... I could see them doing this if, like, they gave a fuck about their public view and stuff.
Yeah.
Or if, like, they were actually doing propaganda, which it is propaganda. It's the whole, like, our glorious leader and their lady and stuff like that. But, like, the fact that it's, like, so milquetoast and boring and she does literally nothing when they, like, thrive off of, like, controversy
Just
says to me that, like, even in a realm where, like, they know it's better to create controversy more than anything else, she's so boring and just empty-headed.
Unnoticeable,
Nothing
yeah.
is going on in her head enough that she can't even create any controversy.
I did see a caricature thing today with Melania and like wearing the hat because it cost like $75 million to make that movie, and her just being like, "It's a very nice hat, but I think Bezos meant to give this to my husband." Like, it really does seem like there was just no point to it other than to try and, like you said, do a propaganda that just didn't, I guess.
Yeah, it was less like, this is propaganda for the people, and it was more like, this is propaganda for the studios and the guy who ran it, who I think was also, like, under some kind of pedophile charges or something like that. To be like, oh, Mr. Trump, look how great we are. We made a movie about your wife. You give us money, right? Yeah, I think it was more like that.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so damn milquetoast. Plus, I just literally don't think she has anything really going on.
It does seem to, like, some of these companies have been doing stuff because it's literally just like, please don't look too hard at us, Mr. Scary Man, who can sue us.
Yep, I think that's really it. It's like, he won't sue us because we did movie about wife. That makes sense, right?
Please look at us favorably,
Not
glorious leader.
realizing that literally everyone who's, like, sucked up to his ass has, like, been betrayed in some way.
Literally consistently thrown under the bus. At this point, he is driving the bus that he is throwing them under.
Every day there's a new bus. He's gonna drive over him.
There's been a few times, too, where it's just like, oh, I hate that guy. And it's like, you're the one that has them around. You're the
one
only
who
reason
hired
they're
'em.
here.
Because if you have any sense of morality or just the fact that you know, like, doing this will never get you elected again and might hurt your bottom line, you're fucked. Like,
Yeah.
you're eventually gonna hit a line.
There's a lot.
That's either like you're losing too much money or you're not performing well enough. Look at the pillow guy.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't do anything. He just wasn't performing well enough, so the guy was like, fuck him.
Yeah.
Like, screw him, and then just left him to languish in nothing, being like, Daddy Trump, why don't you come help me? I always knew that guy. Like, I knew before any of this happened because I saw one of his pillows in the stupid place I was working, and I saw his face. And a man who smiles like that and has a cross on the outside of his fucking shirt, making sure you can see it in the picture,
Yeah.
with that dead face smile with nothing behind it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't trust that.
Nope.
No.
Like he's a shill. Like, and as a climber, Trump recognizes that kind of behavior immediately.
Mm-hmm. I just didn't also know he was fucking stupid.
Well, look who he hitched his wagon to.
Yeah.
It's just wild to me, some of these people. Like, if you have even just a modicum of, like, this is at least the bare minimum of my job kind of thing, you are just boned.
Yeah, if you have any sense of morality whatsoever, like, eventually you're going to hit a line. That morality might be the Second Amendment, and you think people should be able to bring guns everywhere, and, like, this is finally hurting that, but, like, at least it's a line somewhere.
Yeah. The line is in the blood of others, but I don't know. It's just some of the stuff, like I want to take over this liberal arts place because I want them to pay attention to me and think that I'm cool, when, like, those are exactly the kind of people who are just going to leave. And they just went ahead and stopped showing up.
Well, it's like with AI, they just replace them.
Like, there's been so many artists who have just stopped showing up to the Kennedy Center. Just flat out, they just don't do it anymore. And, like, they're like, well, why isn't this working? Now we're the ones with the name on the artsy place. Now the artsy people should be for us. It's like,
well, they don't think any further than that.
yeah, they really don't. Like, I don't know, it is just astounding to me. I also saw a thing today that was pointing out that despite every attempt to it, with the Epstein files, a lot of stuff showed that Musk was never really allowed to go to most of the stuff.
Oh my god, he was such a loser, he couldn't even get on the Epstein Island? The people disliked him that much?
It seems like he was just that much of a loser that
Oh my
even with all the money and
God.
power, like, he could go to some things, but they just didn't want him for other stuff because he's just that lame.
He's just gotta be so annoying in person, I imagine.
Like,
Oh my god, how are you so annoying they won't even invite you on the island that they bring people to blackmail them with later? Like, that shit's crazy. You're not even worth, like, the money.
you're not worth blackmailing.
One of the richest man in the fucking world, and you're still not likable enough. Like, you're so annoying, they won't even blackmail your ass.
I mean, like, to put that in perspective, the guy who the guy who made 4chan what we think of as 4chan today, that guy was friends with Epstein. Over Musk. You are so bad. The guy that made the slash political and did, like, most of the things for 4chan ranked higher than you. God, I hope that sticks in his fucking ketamine hole. Like,
How could you be that unlikable? The way people think of Elon Musk is the way I think people think about me. Everybody hates me all the time and doesn't want to talk to me, but that's him for realsies.
this is what anxiety tells you. And
Yeah.
It's just like Musk quotes.
My anxiety could not tell me I was as bad as apparently Elon Musk is. Damn, money can't really buy you anything, can it?
Buy you so much stuff, but just apparently not getting paid attention to.
Well, it won't buy you happiness, that's
Yeah.
for sure. Like, you can have the comfort of safety. You can have less stress. But you have to make your own happiness through your like, means. You have to do it through your deeds.
Just
You have to do it through your own satisfaction. You can't just buy happiness. It's like clout. You can't just buy clout. You can't just buy the Kennedy Center and think you're, like, high class. Like, you have to earn that shit. I'm sorry. Like, you have to actually do something with yourself. Instead of just buying something and be like, look, I did this. Like, even if I made enough to never have to work again, I would still be drawing.
Mm-hmm.
It's something I do for fun, and it gives me a sense of joy and accomplishment.
I have to say, like, I have never seen a more physical embodiment of, like, that nerd in a show that gets put in a locker by everybody. Like, he is just so disastrously uncool and unlikable. And, like, never once is even like,
Am I the problem?
like, he's never had that Principal Skinner moment where he's just like,
Actually, he probably has, but then he realized he can't buy himself out of that, so he just ignored it. I gotta assume, like, he wants to be the hero. He wants to be the hero in, like, the stuff he read when he was younger, and that's why he does all the space shit.
maybe?
But the thing is, he wants to be... They read these books about the heroes and stuff who take charge and are like, oh, I'm gonna fix everything and stuff like that, when, like, that actually... You fix things by talking to people who know what they're doing and working with people. If you just save people without their consent, you may not even be saving them. You might be making things worse.
Yeah, it's like, look, man, one of the first things Kirk did was just lean on all of his team. He leans on Bones, he leans on Spock, he leans on engineering. Like, that's how that works. The epitome of manly man who sleeps with alien women. First thing he does is just ask Spock, hey, what should we do? Like...
This is why Dr. Stone is a better fucking
Yeah.
genius cartoon than Rick and Morty. He knows that you have to, you have your limits as a person, and the humankind develops better when people who are good at what they're doing are able to do what they do together. You stand on the shoulders of giants. You do not stand alone.
And you are definitely not a giant. I mean, even just things like,
Even those giants stood on the shoulders of giants.
just like Sesame Street and things
Yeah.
like that. Like, all these things are there because they help everybody. And that's why they're so much better off. You know, Mr. Rogers was just like, hey, you can just be a person. And he was just there wanting people to be the people. Because if you have someone doing something, even just on like the greediest, shittiest level, you can be like, well, the more people who are able to support themselves or do the thing that they like, or just even have a passion at all, the more likely we are to have something good come out. So you can just be a self-serving shit and realize that you are part of a society. And the betterment of that society is the betterment of you.
That's when you're actually smart.
Mm-hmm. Your friend that has the Roddy lamb forgot to add his crown. False
You have
lamb.
two red crowns in this shot. I'm gonna do the rot as a separate layer.
False lamb idol. It doesn't even have a crown. I did like those little wood guys that were running around in that area too. The little totem wolves. I thought that was cool.
The Timberwolves?
Mm-hmm. The timber wolves. And the one that broke apart into 4 smaller timber wolves, the IKEA wolf. That's just neat design. But again, all of the designs there in Woolhaven are good. All of the designs in Cult of Lamb are good. Shit's good, man.
I have a good lumpy thing for this. I might actually have one that does it itself.
I mean, the rot is just kind of like leftover lamb meat, so you could, as much as anything, you could definitely make an argument they're not fully alive.
They're suffering.
Mm-hmm. They are in pain.
They're aware of their suffering.
Scientist that makes the robot. I've made a robot that screams in pain. Why?
Oh no. Oh well.
Yeah, there's in the like decorations that you can get in there. There is like strange device and wires and things like that. And so it's kind of like a Frankenstein monster. They might have just been like making mechanical abominations, but you know, world of gods and all that, it's hard to tell if it was really science or just the belief of his cultists that he was actually able to make these things work.
I mean, he had turrets and shit. I think there was like, you see on the Timberwolves, especially on the back, that they have little strips of paper with markings on it. So I think it's sort of like, probably like alchemical energy, that sort of thing.
Magiscience. Or
Yeah.
Magitech, that's the word.
Because when you see him, his outfit below his cloak is basically made up of those. And there's also a bunch around Yigna's statue when you first see it in the cutscene. And I don't know if that was either like he took that magical styling from, like he learned it from her stuff and used the papers as like a form of basically magitech, or if those were ones he put up to actually like keep her from waking up.
Yeah, it might have been like he's just trying to figure things out as he goes, so he's just like trying to learn seals and things.
Yeah.
I do like that kind of idea where it's just like science people that are faced with something that is not scientific at all, still trying to figure out like, well, what are the rules of this? How can I work with this?
I mean, that's basically what he does, yeah.
The Mechanicus do that in 40K. They literally like just put fucking sheer math on their walls and stuff to try and keep demons and things out. I'm gonna use the one thing that no one likes, math, and they have like hexagrammic wards on their stuff.
They're not wrong. I also hate math.
If you destroy... Yeah, when it rebuilds as a Yigna statue, specifically it comes back as a Yigna statue made of meat. You can see the fleshy chunks when it rebuilds.
Yeah, it starts to get more meaty, but after the end it goes back to being a normal-ish statue.
Neat.
Because you sealed the rot.
The rots have to fund. Just a normal crown was requested.
Okay.
The bloodshot eyes of madness. I did love a lot of the background stuff, having all just like squibbly bits and weird meat wiggling around. Ah, that was so good. Wish Stella had more dialogue. Yeah, some of the ones like, what was the name of the moth?
I don't remember, but that moth was weird.
Yeah.
I am not a lamb.
And they did say
What the fuck are you?
They did say it was the imposter. Maybe they just moved in because they were fluffy and everybody just didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Oh, that is Stella. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I think they purposely left it vague.
Maybe the lambs were just being polite.
I thought, like, when they first came out, I was like, oh, they're not going to question their identity.
Yeah.
But no, they legit go like, I'm not a lamb. I was like, what the fuck are you?
Why are you even here?
But they did have like 10 new characters, not counting, you know, the new goddess and the doggos. So they do what they do.
And you had the Sin Grandma.
Sin Grandma was fun. I wish to be Sin Grandma one day.
Just cackling old lady running a strip club. Why are you here? Just to stand? Nah, get up there, boy. Summon random.
Say thank you.
I have things to do. Say thank you and leave.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, depends on what kind of strap, Bard. There's some people that definitely go to a strap club.
Oops.
Honestly, Strap Club sounds like something that would be at a furry con. There was actually quite a few furries there at the little college con.
Mm-hmm.
Like full-on fursuit ones. I was not expecting that.
I mean, the rot caves are basically hell.
Yeah.
What we're doing here is hell. That there's hell.
You could have a slight break from your hellish torment down here by watching a bunch of moths dance around a lamp. Okay. Yeah, no, it's fine. Just goes
Maybe Sozo wants to be in a bikini.
as a treat.
Hasn't Sozo been through enough? Let the boy have his bikini.
And just look at what happened with all the mushrooms. Sozo deserves a break. The strip club is just the beach episode for Cult of the Lamb. Doesn't need to be there, but boy is it funny. I do like that also Woolhaven is definitely like, it's one of those things where like sometimes you get like DLCs that really feel like they're bolted on, whereas Woolhaven felt more like this is the obvious like evolution and escalation of this kind of world, which I really appreciate that. I know it takes more work than just be like, oh yeah, this is the garden area, it's the new DLC, but like, makes for better writing. If you
The people who make Cult of the Lamb really seem to care about the content they make. I really appreciate that. It's one of the reasons I liked it in the first place. There's just a lot of love in it.
Yeah. Great, now I have to change my lamb's lore.
I did make a post when it first came up. It was like, I'm sorry for all the people who got their names stolen by the new DLC, damn.
Yeah. Yup. That's just like, it was bound to just fuck up some people's lambs. It's funny
Not
though.
mine! Ha ha ha!
Only emotionally, haha.
Ha 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 ha! Mine was right all along!
I am the evil
I am the best Cult of the Lamb right now.
I am the evil I have chosen to be.
Haha, Melody was right all along.
If I make it depressing and feel like I'm the worst, then I win. No.
Yes. What the fuck are you talking about? No. Shut up.
I mean, it really does play well into the, like, wolf in sheep's clothing. And, like, if you have a lamb, that like, a wolf is a logical, like, step from that.
That's why I thought Naruto was originally like a wolf or a dog. And they were like, he's a cat. And I was like, oh. He looked like Anubis, so
Yeah.
I thought he was a dog.
Mm-hmm. That would have made sense. Jackal, some kind of dog animal.
But I guess they were saving it for that if they could.
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought it would end with, if you agreed to sacrifice yourself, that he would basically take the lamb's body. Because he called you a vessel. I didn't think he'd just, like, kill him and then pop up.
Yeah.
I kind of figured he'd take them and then just, like, pull their soul out and take residence where it was.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I thought was going to happen at the end.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I was a little disappointed it didn't, but now that I know that, you know, he wasn't a dog, it makes more sense.
His file name is BossCat, and his ID number is 666.
Yep.
That's funny.
Yeah, once I found out, I was like, cool. I mean, it didn't really bother me either way. I liked both.
Silence of the Lambs.
Are they still screaming lamb? Yes. They're all ghosts now.
They don't stop screaming. My villagers will never shut up. The collective noun for Batman is an orphanage. Well, that motherfucker does just keep adopting people, so... I'm all alone. I'm out here by myself. Surrounded by like 15 adopted children.
Nope. Mr. Spot. Oh, missed another spot. This is what I want AI for, to help with fill tools.
Figure out where the line isn't complete.
Yeah. That would be nice. But they always want to make it just make a thing instead of help make other things.
Yep. Well, that's the thing. It's really just, you can tell the intent of the creators behind it. If it was made by, like, people who actually wanted to create stuff, it would have been made as a support tool. So, like, the people that worked on Spider-Verse made the thing to help them do the weird cell shading in different angles.
Yep.
Because that's what good machine learning does well.
Yeah, the idea would just have it take over really repetitive, annoying tasks.
Mm-hmm.
Again, like filling.
Completing lines or things like that, yeah. Or even just like, you know, like this needs to be, like this is the light source, help do some of the lighting changes.
Yeah. Figure out the light source for what I want to do. I really would have liked it in like instead of making photos, I really would have liked it in like a photo search engine.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I really fucking like hate looking for photos online and stuff. It'd be nice to be able to think like, I want something with like X vibe to it in X style, and they'll, instead of like making that, they'll find you a bunch because they can use that to identify those things.
Yeah.
Instead of just being like, okay, here it is. It's like, no, I want to use it as a reference for what I want to make.
Right.
And I don't want to just steal people's shit. So then you could like get immediately a bunch of stuff related to the thing you want to do.
Mm-hmm. It's like I want tagged references that I can easily look up.
Like maybe something that, like if you don't know what rubber hose animation is, say something like retro cartoon animation, and it would be able to like parcel out what that is, even if it's not tagged by it, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. But no, we have to have the drought engine that can't even do a Coca-Cola fucking truck correctly. That's one thing too, like they talk about like, oh, it'll be this great thing, it'll replace all these people and blah 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 blah. It's like, okay, but it has no consistency because it has nothing there. It is generating each thing individually. So it could never do any of these things because if an artist or a musician or somebody works on something, it'll have an inherent consistency within itself. And this can't. It physically can never do that.
Also, God forbid, fucking copyright gets talked about.
Yeah. Like that was, you know, while they talked it up a big game on that Coke commercial, it couldn't keep the truck having the same number of wheels in each shot. Because it was technically a different person making it each time, as opposed to, you know, an actual human being working on something. If you really get down to it. And also, it's just fucking weird half the time, because, again, the people programming it. If you're gonna feed it off, you know, 4chan and Reddit, it's gonna get a bit wonky. And then that's part of the literal baseline of everything with it. Alrighty. Have a good one, Bard. Get some sleep, old man. I'll be here yapping. Wife will be doing art.
Yo. Switch, you do the art. I want to yap.
Okay, let's hear you yap. I'll get on the tablet. I'll draw a horse.
Draw your mind horse.
I did like your idea for drawing like the mind objects. I think that's fun. Draw a mouse, and you draw like a cute little squeaky thing from Redwall, and I draw just like a horizontal one. A computer mouse. There is a company that has announced they're putting out computer cases to make your computer look like the old school, like cream colored antique-ass computer. One of them actually has fake floppy disk drive fronts on it.
There, a mouse.
Does
Look
it
at
get
him.
cheeses? Is there cheeses for this Mises?
Cheese for the Mises.
Yay. Then you look away, and on the next drawing, he'll be strangely polygonal drawn because he'll have eaten the cheese. I like the Tom and Jerry joke. I just think they're fun.
There, the mouse is now cheese shaped.
Hey. Valentine's Day doom.
I have to figure out if I'm gonna do anything for Valentine's Day. Maybe I'll do that. I would like to do a Yagna pinup really bad, so I can do a nude one.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do that. We'll give Owen a break. Though I could do the pole dancing too, bikini. I do want to do Narnder in the kitty bikini.
Yes.
Oh, maybe I'll do that for Valentine's Day.
You should get like the old like 70s pinups and do a Yigna in that. Be like, oh, back in my younger years, I was quite the looker.
Well, I want to have her, like, I really like to show off her markings and stuff like that in a more detailed way. I'd really like to do, like, I'd love to get a bunch of research going for stretch marks and stuff like that and do some real nice ones.
I mean, you have the excuse of the Sin Club down there in the rot. She could definitely just be pole dancing down there. You should have Yigna be like, at my age, I need to get proper exercise.
I legit thought you were gonna say you have an excuse to look at yourself with the stretch marks.
I mean, I could take pictures.
No.
I am more than happy to.
No.
I am, in fact, delighted and excited.
No. I did end up with this one picture. I think I saved it as a reference. It was a black and white picture of a darker skinned woman with a lot of stretch marks on her thighs.
Oh, yeah.
And the way that they did the lighting and the black and whiteness, it looked like she had like an ocean etched on her thighs.
Oh,
it was
that's
so pretty. People get so like pissy about stretch marks, but I think they're pretty.
Yeah.
Not on me, but on other people.
That is incorrect.
Like it's showing like how the things you've done in your life. It's showing you like what you've eaten, if you've had, kids, if you've lost weight, that sort of thing.
It shows you've lived a life.
Yeah, it's like wrinkles and stuff. I love wrinkles. I tried to make her lower eyes look like wrinkles the same way I did with Shimura. So like she has like permanent wrinkles. I never understood the whole like I want to hide all this stuff, but it's like stuff that like is part of the life you lived.
Yeah, don't you
But I guess like they don't want to know the life women live. They just want them to be an object. If they have
Yeah.
something on them that isn't necessarily not even an imperfection, but like something that isn't directly to their fetish, well then fuck that, I guess.
Yeah. I just, like... Women hot. So,
Yeah.
woman who has lived a life well is even hotter. Like, how could it not be? How could, like, experiencing joy and just a life in general not make them hotter? That's why I don't get that. It's just like
Because they don't want a woman with a personality unless they put it on them.
the one where I saw somebody today. They had like their VTuber thing is like a kaiju lady. So
Oh,
of course
cool.
she's got the pointy teeth, right? But like she had like a drawing of her today. It was just like an arrow pointing to the tummy. Is like, this is not fat. This is where her organs are stored. It is the good place. Dude.
Also, like, even if it is fat, who cares?
It's just like, please do not question the 5 delivery drivers who have been disappeared, who have been, brought here and not seen again. Their families were paid. But like, there's organs there, boss. People
Have
live.
fat. People have, body shapes that aren't consistent.
Hips and thighs.
Yeah. People got, saggy boobs, pointy boobs, all this stuff. It makes them more interesting.
Maybe they got a rockin' ass and no tits. Like, that is fine. People exist, therefore they're hot.
But we also gotta remember when we do things like this is not fat. It's like, it could be fat. Like,
Yeah.
some people just have fat fupas. Like, let them have fat fupas.
Yeah.
It's part of who they is. It's interesting. Being fat is not a crime.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's affecting your health, talk to your doctor.
Yeah.
But just existing with weight on you is not a fucking crime.
I think that especially too, seeing the disastrously thin people who are like, they're shown to you by things trying to sell you stuff anyways, that, oh, you should be like this. But like, one, they're trying to sell you something. They're objectively going to treat you like shit and tell you that you are worse. Otherwise you won't buy their thing. But like, two, they're showing you people in an extremely specific situation doing things in extremely specific ways to look like that. No one has abs unless they have worked hard for it.
And are dehydrated.
And are dehydrated. Like, you have to work for that. You have to put in a lot of effort. It takes a lot of time. It's very intensive, both in energy and in just money. Like, that is not just a thing. And to be like, well, if you don't have a 6-pack abs and biceps wider than your head, are you really a man? Or if you're not like this, this shapely with a D cup and blah, 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 are you really a woman? Is stupid. Because it, one, physically can't happen for 99.9% of the people. And two,
If it did, everyone would be the same. That'd be
yeah,
boring.
it'd be boring. I don't want like an entire species of Barbies and Space Marines. That seems really dull. Now crabs on the other hand.
Crabs. Well, everyone's attracted to crabs.
Yeah. Have you seen crabs? They're cool.
They're the, ultimate life form.
There was one thing that I saw, and it's this one blog, and they always show like the little crustaceans and stuff that they find in the nearby waters, kind of thing, right? And one of the things that had a little crustacean in there goes, not technically a crab, but that's another matter, because it's basically a short lobster.
Ah. Isn't that what a crab is?
Yes, but no, because it still had more of the tail than a crab has.
That's true. Crabs do not have tails.
So technically, while it did look like a crab, it was just a short lobster.
Maybe one day it'll be a full lobster.
Just like how a corgi is technically a wolf. There's sort of there, but also, no, there's a difference. But I like those shield crabs. I like the big old...
We found that one live stream of the guy just going around just picking up crabs and sea cucumbers. I think he was fishing locally and stuff like that by scuba diving and getting them.
Yeah.
But it was just he'd find one, bother it, pick it up, and then just pull it out of his fucking shot. I don't know what he was doing with them, but it was hilarious to watch. It was like, oh, crab, yes, shloop. Oh, squishy cucumber, shloop.
I kept making crunchy noises like he was eating them, but it really just looked like this dude was just yes, and then just right off the camera. So he probably had a bag, or he was just tossing them behind him. But it was fucking hilarious.
It's like that one guy where he was just grabbing fucking shrimp and just putting them into a bag, and it was like my last day as a marine biologist.
Grabbing everything you can get a hold of. It's so funny too, because like that guy had clearly done it a lot. Because like he would just be swimming along and then just push the tongs into the sand and pull out like a football-sized crab. It's just like a fucking video game glitch.
Humans know how to do things.
Yeah. It was impressive. After a little bit, I was just like, oh yeah, I can see the crab there. Because you could see like an eye would blink in the sand. It was like, there's a thing there. It was just so cool. There were a bunch of different crabs too, which was neat.
Crap, 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 crap.
Sea creatures are just cool. Sometimes he'd give the cucumber a little pat and then put it back down. I imagine that's one of those, like, you're checking to see if it's still, like, alive. It should have some kind of, like...
It's gotta be hard to tell. Like, sea cucumbers do not have that much going on.
Like, if it doesn't have a certain amount of springiness, it may not be alive anymore. Like, that's the only thing I could think of. Just have, like, a little give to it.
Sea cucumbers be like, am I alive?
Statistically, no. But, oh no, I'm being eaten.
Guess I'll throw all my organs out.
It's true. It's so weird. Oh, they're so weird.
And one day they'll make a Pokemon after me.
I'm gonna beat everybody with my intestines in Pokemon. That is pretty dire.
I like Pikachu. I think he's cute.
A lot of people thought he was a little weird.
Ugh!
Fair.
Ugh! Ugh!
I mean, he's an odd design.
People with no tastes.
He is an odd design, but
He's
like...
a sea cucumber. Of course he's odd.
Once you know what a sea cucumber is, I'm not sure if that makes him better or worse.
Better. I have a Pokemon that don't look like a damn fish.
This Pokemon is an anchor. Or maybe the seaweed on the anchor. No one knows.
Those are objectively more interesting Pokemon, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I don't make the rules.
The haunted Pokemon are a lot of fun, too.
Yeah. Everyone hates it. It's like, it's just a sword. It's like, but that's cool, though. It's a haunted sword.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking banging. Like, you have sentient mud over there. Like, let me have my sword.
This thing that is steeped in death has now become a, you know, basically a yokai.
Yeah, that's fucking cool. Shut up.
Like, I'm one of the first people to be like, I love Knackle, because that's just, haha, get it? It's a salt rock. I like that. That's funny. That's a good name. But, like, yeah, some of the other ones are way cooler. The little bastard that apparently just infests your stuff like your fridges and cell phone is pretty funny.
Rotom?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Rotom.
I like to think of Rotoms as just like nuisances in a civilized area.
I don't know. They seem to have, like, basically put them in all their machines. I think it's, like, enrichment for them. Like, they're gonna go in it anyway. Let's make it, like, more comfortable for them.
Yeah. Less
It's like, they were gonna do this anyway. Who cares?
I guess if it's just not traumatic for them to be in the fridge, they might make it run a little better.
Yeah. It's basically a smart fridge now, just with a Pokemon.
Unfortunately, you got one dumbass Rotom in your fridge. Man, it's bad.
Be nice to him. That's mean.
So Rotom is lucky he's in your fridge and not something like a bus.
Be nice to him. Would not let you abuse our Rotom.
Oh no, I'd put the Rotom in the computer tower.
Oh, they're in your fucking phones.
Yeah.
So.
Tablet Rotom. Little tablet kid, you've got a little Rotom in the tablet. He is not allowed on Roblox and he knows it. I can't even imagine what Pokemon Roblox would be like.
I don't know. Why play thing? Well, I guess people would just get bored of the Pokemon and want to do something virtual anyway.
I mean, like, Pokemon in the sense of, like, living in the Pokemon world, like, that's just your Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
In a Pokemon world.
Like, of course Like, yeah, the squirrel nearby could breathe fire. Don't worry about it too much. Like, you just get used to it then.
I like to think the humans in the Pokemon world are more durable than humans in our world.
Oh, yeah.
That's my headcanon for, like, how they even survived.
I mean, everybody always talks about Ash, like, he can lift up the Cosmog, and he's been struck by lightning many times and things like that. So he is, like, demonstratively very durable.
Yeah.
There is also the fact that, like, he threw a whole tree at somebody. So, like, I think Pokemon agrees with you.
Yeah. It makes sense. They have to grow up in a much harsher world than us, so they'd be much stronger. Hell, I imagine humans are just Pokemon that are smarter, more or less.
Yeah, I mean,
If you go evolutionary.
there were some of the ones in the Pokemon stuff talking about, like, Pokemon, you know, lived together with humans for a long time. Maybe there was something going on there. And they tried to, like, be like, no, we just meant that, like, they lived together. No pokefucking. We've seen the internet. You guys
I mean,
stop
if
that.
it's far back enough, like, they could just said they're shared ancestors.
Mm-hmm. That's
Which
what
would have
I
worked
think.
just as fine.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah.
Like, that's the way it is in, like, Monster Hunter, where you have just, like, the several different, like, bipedal sentients, because you have humans and you have the Wyvernians and stuff like that. It's like, that probably came about back when the apocalypse happened. And definitely, they're, like, they can interbreed, I guess. So, doesn't particularly matter. If you have something happen far enough back, it's not like it's something weird.
Yeah.
It's just part of the world. Like, yeah, of course. That's why these things could breathe fire and these ones can't. When, like, you could say, like, Geodude is an offshoot of Knackle. Because I just like the Knackle Pokemon. But, like, you have all these different ones that are, like, rock offshoots in one way or another. It makes sense.
I'll rock your shoots. Don't you mark me.
Of course, the better question is, what's the line between a Pokemon and a Digimon?
Digimon are made of data.
Well, yeah, but so are Pokemon. You got
Oh, my headphones fell.
you've got like Porygon and
That's literally only Porygon.
Rotom. 'Cause
Rotom's a ghost.
Yeah, but Rotom gets into
He
digital
gets
shit.
into things, but it's really just more like a ghost poltergeisting a computer.
I think that's blurring the lines.
I don't think so, no. That's not digital, though. If a ghost play with my computer, they're not digital.
You can have a ghost in the machine, though. Like,
That's a different thing.
I think we're on the borderline. These.
No. If it's in a washing machine, is it clothes? No.
See, I wonder, I wonder what the boundary really is. Cause like, and also, even though they're digital, they can come to the real world all the time.
Yeah, but they're made of data, not DNA. In a sense, like, in some of them they explain it like the data is like particles in the air. And that's why in Tamers, when they showed up, they had that fog. It was just dense data. You can even see that in like the AR spaces in Coil of Children, which is very similar, but not worked on by the same people, ironically. Well, they had the same art designer, but not the same story designer.
Right. Coil Children was pretty cool, though. Honestly, like, having AR ghost stories would be pretty fun. Like, AR haunted areas or things like that.
The, like, fog and stuff in that one was basically just, like, static. It was snow, more or less, like in a TV. It was just data that was unprocessed or too much of it, just floating around.
Just kind of bleeding out. That would mean that, like, data centers would look like Silent Hill in, like, an AR kind of thing.
No, because it's responds to, like, it's data that basically isn't processed. So if it's in a bigger place, like, that was the whole thing. Like, that place had a lot of old data. That's why it was so
Kinda
doable
glitchy
to
and
fuck
stuff.
with it. Yeah.
Okay.
To, like, grab it and mess with it and do things with it.
Yeah, that makes sense then. So then, like, older towns with older infrastructure would look a bit wonky.
Yeah. They're not updated as much. They're out in the boonies, that kind of thing. That's
Yeah.
why the kids in that had so much control over all the stuff.
I could see that.
In fact, there's a episode of it where she leads them out to an old train yard,
Ooh.
and or like it's not a train yard. It's like a bus graveyard basically.
Okay.
And because the buses aren't being updated, there's basically giant holes in the floors that if you walk through the bus, you'll like fall through the holes because your AR will show you the old bus and not the one that's like literally falling apart.
Yeah.
And that's where there's a difference between data and it's trying to like process that. That's where you get a lot of the loose data and bugs and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
I mean, it technically doesn't make sense, but you can kind of like,
Yeah. I mean, like, you see that because, like, sometimes with software and stuff, if it's something old enough, it just doesn't understand it anymore.
yeah.
And so then it starts getting wonky. Like,
Yeah,
that's
so
why
it's
we can't play
basically
old
just
games.
like when it something couldn't read like Japanese in the old days and it just made a bunch of symbols. It's
Yeah.
not symbols. That's
it's-
basically what it is anyway.
It's doing its best, but, like, hell, I mean, we have struggles nowadays just going from USB to USB-C. So, like, could you imagine, like, there would at some point have to have been something like a, Windows versus Linux for the AR stuff, too. Like, that definitely would have happened at some point along the lines. So then they'd be like, oh yeah, no, this whole area was put in this codex. Like, because especially for like any kind of city infrastructure, they never fucking update their shit forever. So you'd have like, oh yeah, unfortunately this city was run on AR Linux 100 years ago and they've never updated since.
Yeah.
You just have like an entire area that you'd have to just take your stuff off for because it just wouldn't work right.
Yeah, that's basically where they end up a lot of times. Old factories, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Places that had a lot of digital infrastructure but didn't anymore because the town's like downgrading and stuff.
I could see like abandoned buildings especially.
And if those things have any like I don't want to say sentience, but if they have any like AI to them, they're gonna start creating something out of data, and that's where you get like the little null guys.
Yeah. Dude, that's cool because they're just working on what they got.
Usually they're like old pets and stuff. That's why they're kind of animalistic.
Makes sense. Because that would be one of the first like things that we really try to get like working smart enough to learn kind of thing. Because like kids love pets and stuff.
There's a lot of stuff in there about like dead people's pets and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and how they kind of cling on digitally and find them later.
I could see that. It's still there on the Wi-Fi. Doesn't know why it's not getting interacted with anymore. And we made it just smart enough to be lonely.
Well, it was more like they were falling apart because they hadn't been updated in so long, and they weren't part of the current infrastructure and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or the thing they were in was damaged and something like that.
I could see that. That's neat though. That's really really interesting story-wise.
Koil of Children's a great fucking anime. I wish more people knew about it.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous too. Like it's very episodic, which I think is good. Like I enjoy it episodically. It feels very like a story of a bunch of children doing a bunch of shit until it gets into like some dark ass areas, which I like.
Yeah.
But it's also like it doesn't feel very. It doesn't think you're stupid. You can probably watch it as a kid and just like all the stuff that's going on, but you can also watch it as an adult or even someone who's into this kind of thing and enjoy it on that level too.
I mean, it's just kind of like with Digimon, it doesn't really need to explain everything to you. Just let you see and experience. Which that's good. Like that is... Sometimes you do just need to be allowed to live in a world kind of thing and just see what it would be like. And not have everything either talked down to you or...
Digimon really did, like, respect its viewers, too.
Mhm.
It's like, yeah, they can deal with this shit.
I mean, one of your scary villain guys is just, his plan is to microwave the planet. Like, oh yeah, over microwaving something is bad. It's something that pretty much anybody can process.
Well, he's also, that was the D Reaper, so, like,
Mhm.
it's a computer program, and it's
Yep.
just trying to destroy things because they've evolved beyond
What they
their
should. Yeah.
confinements. What can a computer program do to destroy things? Heat up.
Yep.
It's basically like the same thing your body does.
I mean, it's very straightforward. If like I have this problem and this problem is expanded so much, like what is the fastest, most effective way to do my job? That is what they're going to do. Like that is how a computer is.
That's how your body is.
Mm-hmm.
Strange thing, need to get rid of. Make body hot. Body
Yep.
will potentially outlive strange thing.
Might live before poison kill me. Like that's a fundamental of medicine too. But that, that also brings it back to like the humanity as a virus kind of thing. Because like it's a virus response. It's just neat. It's good writing.
You're neat.
I just like good sci-fi. As someone who is also more than happy to read trash sci-fi, depending on the reason why it's trash. Like, I can quite happily admit that some of the Warhammer 40k books are just, like, they're popcorn books. Action, haha, sword go slash kind of thing. There are some that are quite good and very well done. And I've read a lot of very good sci-fi. I've also read a lot of just, like, just really garbage ones. That one, the Necrotech one, it had some good ideas to it, but getting to those ideas were just a slog, and I was not willing to put up with that. Like, just the humans were punted to an entirely new part of the universe where there were aliens sufficiently advanced that they might as well be gods kind of thing, right? That's a cool premise, and part of the thing was that on this one planet there were people there that were left over from an alien war against those other aliens, the ones that were thought of as gods. And the only reason they were still left around was because they had learned to manipulate a particular type of radiation that occurs on that planet that let them literally bond people's souls to machinery. So they could literally, fight on beyond death, exist past their own end kind of thing. And they literally called themselves necromancers.
I'll romance your necro.
Hey. Ah, yes. Vampire book talk. But, like, that's a really cool premise. And also it explicitly stated that, like, depending on how long they took to try and get that person back after the, veil of death, they could really be fucked up because they were, like, literally on their way to whatever their afterlife was supposed to be. And it may not be a good thing to bring them back. And it was also stated that, like, they can get really fucked up by the process. You can literally be degrading your own soul. As an actual concept, you are breaking yourself down to keep fighting beyond death. And like, yeah, it's really heroic, but it's also really dire. And would you ever really want someone to be in that position? And things like that. So like, there's a lot of interesting stuff in there. A lot of the other stuff to get to there, it's just not good. Okay, I don't know how crazy I'm hearing music.
Oh yeah, it's in my headphones.
Oh, I forgot to turn off the volume on the one thing. That's why. I was like, I'm hearing that more than I think I should be. I do hope that that one sci-fi book that I was reading that had the like, you know, a concept made into a virus kind of thing. I do look forward to a third one of those. I look forward to see where that series goes. So that was pretty cool. You know, just like the idea of being hungry, like turn into a virus that you couldn't escape, or, you know, religion or being corrupt. Like a computer program thinking that it was unclean, a thing that it is physically incapable of understanding at all. That's cool. That was a really neat sci-fi premise, and they did a lot of fun things with it. So I'm looking forward to the next one of those whenever that comes out. It was fun. One, two, three. Spider thing is he? It's me. You know. Cute creature. If there's one thing wife knows but good, it's making cute things.
You're cute.
Ah, a botherance was redeemed.
You gotta bother me, sweetie pants.
I do. You come over here. I'm going to do a sneaky thing, and I'm going to go.
My ponytail.
Yeah, it's now a handle for kisses.
No, it's not.
I'm going to refill your drink.
I'm gonna take a quick peek.
Okay. Then I
I'll
will
put
wait.
on the bathroom
Okay.
before I start this one, because I think. Yeah, we have 2 more after this.
Okay. Not at all. Put that one. You want Diet Memphis? Alright, chat, I'm back. Well, I am. She's not. She's still in the restroom. The other day I was talking to some folks at work, and they were sitting there talking about the Switch 2. Oh. Oh no, your toe. Hot toe picking. There was a... Yes, I had a zit.
Oh, poor baby. It's like, Daddy,
No.
did I bite you?
I mean, you probably would.
I probably did bite you at some point, I'm sure.
At some point, indicating that it's
Today.
only once.
I mean, I'll bite you again. Of course I come back as soon as the ad break starts.
Yep. Isn't that always the way? Yeah, I was talking with some folks the other day at work, and they were considering a Switch 2, but also they're like, there's no games on it yet.
Yeah.
Because it's really hard to justify spending, you know, you'd spend $500 because you'd get the one that's got the Mario Kart on it. Because otherwise you're spending $30 more for Mario Kart than you would need to. So you would spend $500 for that console. That's just the price of it. And for that you have 3 games. Because everything else is a remake.
And they're not even that good.
And like, if you only had a Switch, you wouldn't have played probably Yakuza and probably Cyberpunk. So like those being on the Switch too, even though they're just a version kind of thing, that's neat, I guess. But like that only really matters if you literally have no other way to play them. But like beyond that, there's Donkey Kong.
I mean, it's cool that they can play them a few decades late.
Yeah, right? Because like beyond that, you got Donkey Kong, Mario Kart, and Metroid. Those are the only 3 games on the Switch too. Because I think Kirby Air Ride can be on either Switch 1 or 2. But like, that's just, it's hard to justify that. Because, you know, a chicken and egg situation, you're not going to get a console if it doesn't have games, and they're not going to make games for a console if no one's buying it, but... Oh, thank you for the follow. Well, you know, it's a first-party Nintendo system. You'd expect them to have had something lined up ahead of time. So they really just kind of dropped it out there and said, hey, good luck. It's really wild to think about how little they had for it at launch. Including trying to make you pay $10 for the system manual.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that bullcrap.
That was stupid.
Fuck that noise. I ain't doing that shit.
To this day, people are still buying the Switch sports game. So, like, you could put out good games pretty easily that would last forever, and instead you have nothing. You don't even have a real justification for getting it.
And you could instead get like that Steam thing or Steam Deck, and just have like all these games and all these games that are coming out.
Yeah, because at launch they had Mario. That was it. They had Mario Kart and nothing else new for the Switch 2.
And that wasn't even a good Mario Kart.
So like, what's even the point of that? Like, why did you even launch it with essentially nothing?
Money. Because Nintendo fans will buy anything.
Yeah, there's certainly some of that. I it really does feel like that was their only thought process, was just like, we'll patch it after we launch it kind of thing. But for an entire console launch is fucking wild.
I still see reviews for like, I'm gonna probably stop following this one dude, but I still see reviews for Nintendo shit where they're like, I got this little tiny piece of fan service in a game that like is otherwise not good at all. Oh, it's so great. I'm like, oh my god, you guys. Are you okay? Do you need to be rescued? Like, come on.
I mean, like, that's my understanding of the Metroid game is...
That's how I felt about Kingdom Hearts 3. It's like, this is stupid, but like, I waited like 10 years for it, and I got the nostalgic fun out of it. But for like multiple games in a whole console.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't need to, bro.
Like that, you know, that kind of thing of like, oh, I got this little, you know, wink and a nod to me and it made me feel cool. Like, okay, go just play Astrobot. Like, apparently that's half the game. It's just like, remember these other things that Sony has that may or may not have even done anything with in years? We're going to have a new Ape Escape thing eventually, we promise, Wink.
Haha, shut up. I don't even think they do a good job.
I'm not even sure what they would do with it nowadays. They would probably make a 3D platformer.
Well, it was like a Mario one. Like, back in the day, it was like an exploration platformer.
Yeah.
Specifically in like those little chunklets.
I'm not even sure they would really do anything like anything that they hadn't already done in the first ones.
I really enjoyed Ape Escape when I was younger, but like, it's not hugely different than anything else you can get like as an indie game these days. So I probably wouldn't go out. I wouldn't be like holding my breath.
I mean, like we saw that the ukulele game. That did pretty well. And that was basically just Banjo-Kazooie. Hello!
I finished it twice. Oh, well, I finished the second one. Yeah. I replayed and took a bunch of screenshots for plot stuff because I had another file. I had my Nari's Baby Girl file. There's the Mel's Patriot Island.
Yeah.
And there's my Nari Baby Girl file. And then there's the one file I have on like the highest difficulty with the like hunger and tired mechanics that I like to torture myself with. At Mel's Patriot Island we've had since the bishops could get like pulled into your cult deals. Like that wasn't the DLC, the update.
Many years ago.
It was when my mom died because I streamed that night.
It's really wild to think that Cult of the Lamb has stayed this well, like in the known about kind of thing.
I think it's just got great brand recognition.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's perfect for making merch. I honestly wish they made more merch. It's cute, it's funny, it makes for some good memes. Normies can like it just fine. It's not really complex.
They have that wonderful blanket you can now buy.
Oh, that blanket's probably fucking gone.
Oh, I'm sure.
I actually really did like the goat blanket. I was honestly tempted. Oh, no, the first one they put out I thought was really nice. But we don't need an $80 blanket.
Is it like an adult-sized blanket?
I don't really fucking know. But, like, we don't need a decorative blanket. Plus, I wouldn't want to use it as a blanket. I'd probably put it on the wall.
Oh, that's fair.
Look,
Yep.
I'm a fangirl as much as the next person, but we don't need to be spending, like, absorbent amount of money for stupid crap.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm redoing this, obviously. I'm not doing well with it. We have enough crap. We don't need to do more crap.
I always hate that when they're like, oh, it's a really nice blanket. And then you see it and it's just like a little fucking like 2x4 blanket.
It's one of those knitted ones.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, do you remember the booth we were at the con that had like they had a blanket version where it was the vampire with the heart in her ribs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like one of those.
Okay.
Because I guess you can just get those printed these days.
That's good.
I'm having some trouble with this stupid chibi.
You have any trouble with Timmy, Melon? I always wonder who decided we should have throw blankets and have them only be like 4 foot long. I hate that. I'm much longer than this blanket. Illegal.
I think it's because they're supposed to be like easy to put somewhere. Maybe it's like a couch measurement? I don't know.
I've never understood it. I just know it just bothers me immensely because they're so fucking tiny and I can't put my feet in them. And I'm just sad and not fully warmed.
Oh, we got you that nice big foofy blanket.
Yeah.
Because I stole your brown one.
To be fair, the brown one is being used as it should be, a blanket.
I could switch it out for the floofy blanket. I imagine it's even warmer.
I mean, that brown one is fucking toasty, so like, that is...
Yes, but I am a woman.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I
I'm always cold.
get cold.
And then she sticks her feet against me.
I'm sorry, I'm cold, bitch. Just wait till I'm at menopause, then I'll get like heat flashes.
Mm-hmm.
Then you'll be annoyed how hot I am.
You're always hot to me, though.
Thank you, sweetie. I love you too.
Can't stop, won't stop. Wub-wubbing you. Beep, birdie, beep, boom, 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 boom. All the small things, creatures, biting. It's funny that one person saying that they didn't think NecoCon was a larger con. It's like, compared to what? NecoCon is one of the bigger ones on the East Coast.
Maybe if they go up to the Chicago one, I imagine that one's huge.
Yeah. Well, they said they went to the one that went up to DC, KatsuCon, I think. Which that one's fairly like it got pretty big before they moved. But going all the way up to DC for a con was kind of a
It'd be so hard to park there and shit.
yeah. No, that's really you just to just get like a hotel and then ride the light rail there or whatever. Because it's just not worth trying to do that. The one that was there in Baltimore, you definitely did that. It wasn't worth trying to find parking in that area because it would just be a disaster.
I'm trying to go up to Chicago once it gets warmer.
Hmm.
And shit's not going down, come to think of it, never mind. Maybe if the ice clears up.
You gotta melt the ice. And we mean with a flamethrower. The Flammenwerfen.
No werfing flammens.
Boo. Where's the joy in that? Apparently here in Champaign, there was a thing for a lot of like local businesses and stuff to change their hours so that people could go protesting.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently a lot of places actually did that.
Mm-hmm. I tried to do the not buy nothing that day. I couldn't really go out to protest because there wasn't really one around here, but I didn't buy nothing.
You know that one like literally just the place that like that restaurant that's only open for like a set part of the day kind of thing. Apparently they like took part in that, so they only opened for dinner, so that their people could go out to the protests earlier in the day. Because they're just like a small business, right? So they're just like, yeah, no, our people want to go out there, so we support it. Apparently, just like it's probably because of the colleges around here. That probably a lot of the places are pretty supportive.
Bro,
of that
yeah,
kind of
that's
thing.
gotta be scary because we have so many international students at those local colleges.
Oh yeah.
Like there's, hell, you go down the street, there's a Asian supermarket, there's a Mexican supermarket, there's a African supermarket. Half of these are just called
Yeah.
place supermarket or place market.
Yeah.
Like, we have people from all around the world coming to some of these schools. Because I think the one, like, in the downtown is actually, like, a really big tech school.
Mm-hmm.
I think, like, I think it's, like, directly like the University of Illinois.
Yeah, I
So
think-
you have all of these foreign students. I gotta imagine it's terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, I haven't seen any locally, at least.
Yeah, I don't think this would be the kind of area for that either. But, like, you never know.
They try.
Yeah. It does definitely seem like this area is, even though there is like farmland around here, there's a lot more just like really liberal folks around here.
Well, hopefully some of those farmers will get more liberal after Trump fucked them over.
Oh, yeah, they definitely have been. I mean, there's still like, I told you about those little idiots that had their stupid truck with the American flags being loud in the parking lot, but they were also like booed out of existence by everybody around too, so this is just not the kind of area for that. Which honestly, apparently Illinois also is very good about not necessarily just pushing for college degrees, but also for like trade skills and stuff.
I mean, like, the ones locally, I think, are for the, like, technology and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And farming.
Yeah. Like that's the
I mean, there's farms everywhere around here. It's a great fucking thing to get.
yeah, I mean, like that one college, they're part of a research initiative set up by the governor with the country of Mexico to work on making better corn.
Corn.
Like, they're fundamentally part of, future food research. I fell down a rabbit hole reading this one thread of things because they were talking about like, subsidies for this, that, and the other, and one of the things they're talking about was corn subsidies, because corn ethanol and all this, and they're like, everybody keeps wanting to use corn for the things that it is objectively the worst at being, because like you have to breed specialized corn to work better for ethanol, because corn is bad for being made for ethanol because it doesn't have a lot of sugars and stuff. And like, it's bad for this other thing that they were starting to research using corn for, because again, it's not good at that. It's not like a thing that produces a lot of fibers. It's it'd be like trying to make paper out of like metal. Like you could. It would be the worst possible way to do that, but you could, I guess. And so that seems to be the way it is for most things with corn.
And it's probably because we have, like, I imagine we know how to grow it here. It grows relatively fast and controlled. You can't grow, like, sugar in it, right? You can grow sugar beets, but it's not the right
Yeah, it's not the right kind of thing. Like, part of the reason with, like, there are large swaths of area that are very good for growing corn. Like, it is a naturally occurring thing here, and in, like, some of the more southern areas, like, it's too hot for, things like that. That there are a lot of places here in America that are just very well suited for corn growth. So, like, it's the Japanese making a lot of stuff out of bamboo. Well, you have a shit ton of it and it grows really well. You might as well find something to do with it. So, like, that's understandable. But, like, ethanol is not a terribly good use for, like, what you could be growing for something else kind of thing. But then, like, what else are you going to grow? You're going to grow soybean or things like that, right? I'm not really sure where good areas are. Bleh, couldn't say that right. For, like, growing beets.
I know they grow them in the States.
Yeah. But, like, that's another good source of sugar that you could be using for the ethanol. But, again, you have to incentivize it. because farmers are trying to make a living. The one thing too was talking about like with solar farms and stuff like that, how like especially here in the States, just because of our car-centric nature, we have a lot of really good spots to be setting up solar farms because we have a lot of parking lots and a lot of places like that where, you know, objectively blocking the sun for some areas would be to the benefit of everybody in those areas, not just the power providing, but like having some fucking shade in the middle of a heat oasis. Because like in the city, if you had a lot more solar paneling in areas, it'd just be better for everybody.
You getting eepy, sweetie?
Yeah, a little. Been kind of low energy today. I am going to get my fluffies. I'm gonna get a fluffy moto. I'm chilly. Are you having the chilly, wife?
Mm-hmm.
Jackie, very entertained.
I have my entertainment. I have my enrichment. I can entertain myself.
Hey. I do not feel that I need to entertain you. I know that you are quite happy to be in your workspace doing your work.
Yeah, don't bottom me.
Work moto wife. There you go. Yeah, there we go. Fluffy. I mean, I like it, but this is what peak masculinity looks like. Comfy, fluffy, mildly colorful. I got so many compliments for my Smoliv shirt. I was very happy about that. Ironically, one of the only things that, like from a Virginia con that one lady probably would have recognized. I think that was at the same con. A lot of neat people there. That was fun. An internet provider in the UK has gone into bankruptcy because the company that was going to purchase them to save them from the bankruptcy found out that their fiber optic lines had been largely eaten by rats.
Oh, damn.
They used fiber optic lines, the coating on them, the jacketing, was made from corn. And
Huh.
so they had a biodegradable thing, and the rats were eating it.
Huh. Okay.
You watch. That sounds exactly like something that'll show up on Weird News in a couple days.
Yep. Sounds right, yeah.
But yeah. Apparently they used the wrong type of biodegradable stuff and had a rat problem.
Oopsies.
That is kind of funny. That is not something you would really... Well, something you should think of, but not something you would have thought would happen. Because we are starting to do a lot more stuff, you know, with biodegradable materials. You got to think about, like, what's it going to degrade into and what's going to want it. And that's why some places have started using pasta as biodegradable materials for, like, spoons and things. Because it breaks down relatively easily, but also, you know, most everything can eat carbs. Carbs are just nice. Like potatoes.
Mm.
Very small, very precious. Hold gently like a burger.
Kill.
Immediately on to violence.
Yes.
That's fair. Violence is pretty funny. We don't call it pacifist of the lamb over here. Though I did appreciate that they put in a pacifist possibility for the boss. That is a really nice, like, story idea.
I like it that it relates to her hurting herself.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, that's what makes them stop because she's in pain. I think that's real sweet.
Yeah. And you can even see it in, like, the way the little animations are and stuff.
I
like-
took a lot of screenshots when I fought her again.
Mm-hmm.
I realized I get to make a monster version of her. Oh boy.
Oh boy, I get to make it disastrously hot. What's your favorite part about making monsters? Making them attractive.
They already are attractive.
Exactly. Make sure everyone is tormented by the hotness of the monsters. If monsters not made for smooching, why are they here? I think we should all agree with Del Toro that monsters are attractive. I wonder what the next thing he'll do.
Stuff.
I know he's been really trying to push for the Mountains of Madness, but whether that'll occur or not, who knows. It'd be fun. I wonder where the next Fallout episode will be. I think it should be here this week. I'm curious as to where it's going, but also I'm just having fun with the experience. Oh, you were right about the NCR power armor, by the way. It was being sold as a DLC in the game.
Called it.
They did actually try to sell it as a DLC. Someone did also immediately put out a free one.
Of course. Yeah.
It was a really cool, like, that was a nice design. I'm honestly surprised they didn't have a NCR one in 76 already, you know? That seemed like the kind of thing that they would have had there.
I don't know. I didn't keep up with their stuff. Their stuff was usually pretty gaudy, honestly.
I saw the hot rod power armor or whatever.
There's like American flag power armor and shit. Like, it was just kind of obnoxious, honestly, in my opinion. Like, they didn't really care if it matched the game or not. Like, they had a water park DLC at one point. Like, you could make a water park. It's like, that's Fallout. Like,
Yeah, why would
water
you?
is a resource.
There wouldn't be water left in it. I mean, like, it'd be one thing if it was like the ruins of it, I guess, but...
No, it was like to build on your thing.
Yeah.
These weren't actual things. They didn't actually make anything. They just gave you pieces to build it your damn self.
That's even worse. There's just that one, the one game that, like, had a really bad launch, and it was just because it wasn't even supposed to be a game. It was supposed to be like a world maker, so you could make your own damn game. And then somebody had
that one.
Like somebody had the bright idea of just putting that out as a whole game, and it did disastrously. Like, it almost sounds like they're trying to do that.
I mean, 76 was, like, they originally wanted to make Fallout 4 multiplayer and decided against it at the last moment, and 76 is basically the result of that.
I don't know. It seems like it's been a flailing project the entire time.
It's making the money, though. It's still making money.
Yeah. Enough to keep the servers up.
I'm sure it's making crazy money because you just need one whale.
Yeah, true. Apparently that wasn't the case for that Anthem game, but I think that also had a lot more, like, going on the server end. Plus Ubisoft. Or sorry, EA.
Same diff.
Might as well be. So right now, who was it? I think it was Austria. Some country was suing EA specifically to have their like soccer and football games and stuff like that stop having the microtransactions in them.
Good.
Because basically they're declaring it gambling.
Yeah, because it is.
And they're moving it up the courts because the initial ruling was like, well, you see, it's not actually gambling because even though every other part of it is gambling, once you have them, there's some element of skill when you're playing the actual game. And it's like, that's not what they were being sued over. the rest of the game was not the point, and the person was trying to be like, well, you have to consider the context. The other parts of it are skill-based. And it's like...
Not getting the fucking packs.
Not buying the packs that randomly...
Skill-based. I'm pressing a thing to buy a thing. Ooh, look at my skills.
Let me just swipe my credit card. I gotta do it just right. That's why it's skill-based. But like, yeah, you're having to sit there and buy these packs, and these packs confer a numerical advantage, so you are incentivized to gamble on them, because you don't always get something from them. Well, you do always get something from the pack. You don't always get something useful. But like, if you have to follow all of the other rules for gambling, like disclosing your drop rates and stuff like that, it's just gambling. But I mean, it's the situation of the law takes longer to catch up than it does for criminals to come up with new ways to break the law. But at least they are actually taking them to court over it. That's more than nothing.
All right. Next one.
Yay! Last one for the night, I believe.
No, second to last one.
Oh, yeah, miscount.
Yeah.
I only had a few numbers.
I
don't
know.
to mess this up.
I feel the same way, bro.
I'm Elmo. I only had a few things to do. I really like that one with Elmo. Elmo only had 3 lines. I really love that the one thing that most people point out is the fact that like the people interacting with the Muppets just treat it as if they're interacting with another actor. Because they are. The person doing the character is just another actor. But like, that makes it have a much, like another level with the interactions and how the show works. Because you just treat them like they're a little critter. In Elmo's case, they're a little monster. In Miss Piggy's case, they're a famous actress. Ah, that would have been so funny for the Muppet Show starting up again to have like a little red carpet and have like Miss Piggy out on the red carpet in a fancy dress.
I mean, I'm sure they did. You're just not invited.
I know.
You're not famous enough Muppet.
I'm not a famous enough Muppet.
I'm sorry, sweetie.
I'm not one of the cool Muppets.
You'll never be one of them.
I'm like one of those weird Canadian Muppets off on the side, feeling jealous. I'm the Teto of Muppets. When will I be a real Muppet, wife?
I don't know.
Oh, question for a phrase that I learned today. Have you ever heard of Uniqlo clothing?
No.
Okay, me neither. I was watching this one person I've started watching, and they're talking about like their experiences of moving to Japan. And one of the things that they were talking about was working at this one company, and the boss was telling them that to work there they would have to start wearing Uniqlo clothing, which basically just means like dress normal. Like it was apparently like specifically a phrase that a lot of the Japanese businessmen use to be like, you have to wear like a skirt, a proper blouse, that kind of thing. But I had never heard that phrase before. So I was wondering if it was just like a sphere that I had not normally been in, that I am now exposed to, kind of thing.
I don't know. I know there's that like classic office lady outfit that like Retsuko wears.
Mm. Yeah, I just never heard the term Uniqlo before.
I think these days, as long as you just wear like pants, suits, you know, like business casual shit, you're good. I don't know if you absolutely have to wear a skirt, but
Probably. A lot of those companies are very old-fashioned. Apparently that one was that she was applying to. They had like, you had to have a 5-day internship. Like just before they even offered you a job offer, you had to work for them for 5 days. Just from the start. And apparently they were like really shitty to younger employees and stuff like that.
they do, yeah.
They're apparently also very shitty to like foreign employees. Which is part of why she was talking about it, was because of the apparently some places have like a foreigner tax essentially. Which apparently some of the like lewd clubs specifically have signs saying that they charge foreigners more.
That would suck if you lived in Japan but like looked foreign.
Yeah.
Like you were born there.
I mean, she apparently went over as like she got out of college to be a teacher, went over there as an English teacher, like lived there for many, many years, and you know, literally was interviewing and speaking to them in Japanese. So like, had done all of the things you could be expected to do, kind of deal.
Yeah, but like that Japan is very isolationist culturally. I'm not surprised.
Yep.
Not the people, but
Right.
culturally, like
Yeah.
especially the older people don't exactly want foreigners around.
I mean, they had to specifically have a law passed to tell them to stop using fucking floppy disks in businesses. So, like, they definitely just stick to some things. Which I understand, like, you know, I guess to, like, here in the States, we don't really have as much of that, like, cultural background, like as far as having a country's history kind of thing.
Well, America is way more diverse than most countries, depending on where you go.
I just mean like as far as, you know, the country itself being only a couple hundred years old kind of thing. We don't have that like historical anything because the history is just very short. And, you know, there is something to be said for, like, the weight of history behind we do this because we've always done it kind of thing. So I can understand that. With the Democrat lady taking position in Texas and more blue-leaning stuff happening down in Texas, there was some rumblings from some folks down there wanting to have immigrant workers in certain job classes basically getting protected status kind of thing.
Ooh, nice, yeah.
I wonder if that's, might go along with that kind of thing. Because, like, that was one of the things that's already happened down there is, like, construction has, been plummeting or coming completely to a halt in a lot of places.
Man, you hired them, protect them.
Yeah.
I don't get that. I don't get why you would go like, these people are working here illegally. I should get rid of the people and not the people hiring the people.
Yeah.
Like, if you're doing a drug bust, doing the guy smoking weed on the street is not as good as getting the guy actually selling it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't think that should necessarily be a thing anyway. Like, I would prefer they be hired legally because, not necessarily because they are here illegally, but because they will underpay them
Yeah, exactly.
when they're doing it illegally, but it might be the only thing that they can get, so it's not their fucking fault.
Yeah. And especially,
But it is the fault of the people hiring them and underpaying them.
Mm-hmm. And especially, too, giving them that protected status means that is one of the usual threats of, hey, we'll report you to get you deported.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that takes that away from asshole people that would take advantage of them. So that protection is a multi-benefit for them. Which honestly, like...
I think that's a reason, like, you see a lot of these guys who are, like, really pro-ICE and stuff like that, and big on, like, close the borders, stuff like that, but then, like, you go to the place they own, and they're, like, trying to hide all the immigrant workers they have in the back. I think, like, at first I was like, why would they do this if they're literally the people hiring these people? But I think it really was like, I want more things I can threaten my workers with.
Yeah.
Rather than I want them to take my workers. Like, no, you're not supposed to take them. I'm just supposed to be able to threaten them with this.
Mm-hmm. They didn't actually expect you to do anything.
Isn't that how it go? I expected the government to be as incompetent as it's always been. Now, for some reason, it's doing all the shit that they told us we couldn't do. I guess we could have just done all that crap the whole time, and
Yeah.
people are actually horrible. We could have just forced people to give us universal health care.
We could have just told the companies that they're going to do this now. That's one of the things that was like, we're going to mandate a set price for the, like, Ozempic style drugs. It's like, oh, so you can just do that. You can just have, capitalism with strong social safety nets. Man, you could have done this the whole time, huh?
That's because it affects them.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't affect them, they don't care.
Yeah, amazingly, the things that they were pushing for were like Ozempic and diabetes. Which, like, man.
At least the people get it.
Yeah.
People who deserve to get it, get it. And Ozempic is for helping people with diabetes.
Yeah.
That is the main use for it.
It's like, okay, well, that's more than nothing for all of the wrong reasons ever, but it's still something. I don't know. I think that gets back to the growing up. I always had the belief that, like, oh, there's adults that do adult things and they're smart and they have good ideas, and, like, they may argue about some things, but at least they're adults and they're trying to make things better. And then I became an adult and realized that
Well, they're trying to make things better for their pocketbooks.
thing I saw today, it was like these people want the entire world to be the playground for like 500 rich people, and everybody else just works there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, maybe we just get rid of those 500 people. Just saying, we could just take their money. Hell, half of them don't even actually have money. They have the idea of money.
That's why that one chick could just fake being a princess for like months. Because no one here actually has fucking money. They just tell you they do.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I'm good for it. I have this company.
Not half the time, they just don't even ask them to pay.
Yeah.
You think when like Elon goes somewhere, someone's gonna sit him down and be like, you gotta pay for this? Probably not.
Probably not. Should. It'd be funny to watch his ass have to sit there and try and pull a card out to pay for his burger. But I also know that won't happen. Personally, I think that'd be hysterical. Elon getting fucking arrested for not being able to pay at a restaurant would be the fucking funniest damn thing ever. That would bring me so much joy. Oh, world's richest man can't pay for his burger, huh? We'll see how the how stuff goes with all this stupid AI shit. It's already falling apart. Like it is. Despite everybody trying to say like there are literal kids at work that were like their parents were looking at TVs and the dad looks at this little like 5-year-old girl and goes, "Oh look, honey, that TV has AI on it." She goes, "Ew." Like, literal children understand that this is a stupid idea.
Ew.
Like, and she had like, for a little kid, it wasn't even like dad had taught her to be like, ew, AI. She literally goes, "Why is there even AI? It's a TV. Look, we're watching TV right now. It's a commercial, but here's a bunch of TVs. What do you need it for?"
Damn, bitch. She know.
I was like, yeah, what, like, because she was thinking of, like, you know, video games, playing on Roblox and stuff, right? It's like, what do you need it for? But, like, she's right. A little 5-year-old just fucking dunking on the entire industry in a single sentence, but damn. Of course, also speaking of Texas, it is Texas that is suing some of these TV makers for their, like, listening to you when you're watching stuff kind of thing. So, that might actually work out even better. Who was the name that of the guy that did like the Dirty Jobs show? Do you remember? Micro. He might actually be kind of vindicated because there are places now that are actively being like, we should spend more money on getting, you know, like, you know how like for the longest time they're always like, everybody has to go to college, you go to college or you're nothing kind of thing. And he was one of the few people who's like, no, get a trade skill kind of deal. There are places now that are actually starting to push for that, to like start having more skilled tradesmen and like those kind of training places and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There was I think it was in the UK that was like starting to be like, no, we're going to start diverting some of these funds into like apprenticeships and stuff. Because here in Illinois, they're already doing that. Though I do wonder if it'll be a like full swing to the opposite direction. Be like nobody going to higher education again.
It really depends. When we were growing up, it was going to tech.
Yeah. Everybody has to learn tech and coding. There really was such a big fucking push for that. Even my parents were like that. I actually did do some of like the IT training online for a little bit. It was mind-numbingly dull. I do not have the brain for it. Like, I wouldn't have been able to function in that field. Now I have medication nowadays, so a little better, but yeah.
You gonna try again?
No. I still think that I would, like, as cute as I would look as a girl, I don't think I'd be good in IT. I do not think I have the mental...
You would not make a good girl. I'm sorry, honey. You are not a femboy. You are too manly and too hairy and too large. I wouldn't even make a good femboy. And I'm a cis woman.
I think I could be pretty.
I'm sorry, honey. You're too hairy.
No, that's fair.
You're too manly. Too many muscles.
Yeah. That was one of those, like, evil wizard spells. Instant Brazilian wax.
Ow.
That to the wizard. The wizard just made, like, high-pitched noise of pain.
I wonder if it's worse for men.
Yes.
I guess your balls.
Well, not only that, but typically men do have longer hair in that area
I
and
would
more
hope
of
you
it.
buzz it down first.
Well, yeah, like in general, women have like at least either less hair there or they trim it more regularly, that kind of thing, whereas men are usually just wild and woolly. So like you're already starting from a behind the line kind of thing. And also, as a male, you've probably never done that and have no experience with that feeling.
What, getting a Brazilian?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, because I haven't got one, but women get Brazilians.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I, as a guy, like, that would be more effective spell on guys.
Oh, okay.
Because men have not had that happen.
I'm sure some guys get it. I know, like, in the gay community,
Yeah.
being hairless sometimes is a bit of a thing.
I don't think I've ever...
Bleaching your butthole.
I don't think I've ever been waxed.
I've never been waxed in anything or done wax.
Yeah.
I don't know, it just doesn't seem very appealing.
Nah. And like, I understand if it's like a thing that you don't want to have hair for a while. I fully understand that. It's just never been something I've actually done. I've had Nair like once.
I use Nair, it doesn't work that well.
Yeah, it didn't for me either. Just had to have just the good old-fashioned shave it all down. Because I got a lot to go through. Was it worth it? Not really. Made sense at the time, though, so...
If you shaved your legs now, I think you'd have to, like, use your electric razor first.
Yeah, 100%. No. That's what I should have done at the time, too. I just was not very smart and had never done it before, so I was like, razor works on hair, use razor. Like a half hour later, I'm still fucking sitting there working at it. Like, never doing this again. Yeah, sometimes just doing my armpits, I've had to go and get the buzzer. It just grows in so fast.
Hairy ass man.
You love me.
I
I'm
do.
well insulated. Helps me stay warm and comfy for snuggles. Did shave my face though.
Yes, I was missing seeing your face under all of it. I like your face, you're pretty.
I love you too. I was getting a bit woolly bully. I do want to grow up my chin.
That is fine. It's the
Yeah.
cheekbones and stuff I miss.
Yeah, I don't need to go full Wolverine.
Yeah.
As cool as Hugh Jackman is, I don't need to have a full Wolverine. I do find it funny how many of these like super cool manly man actors, like all these people think of them as like the super cool manly man actor, and then it's like Shakespearean actor, ballet, wants to do musicals. Like, there seems to be a recurring theme here. All these people that are really good at performative masculinity are people that like to perform. I just think they're neat. But like, I would like to see Hugh Jackman getting to do more musicals. He seems to be genuinely
Put
more
him
happy
in
with it.
making the Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
Redo it. The last one sucked.
Best we can do is put him in Chicago.
I'll take that. Now you don't need to redo Chicago though. Chicago was good.
Yeah.
Chicago is like one of the really good ones, honestly.
Okay, but if you had to replace, like, if you could do Chicago and have him as like the lawyer guy, that'd be pretty fun.
I don't know if he'd be great for the lawyer guy.
You don't think you would do like the both reach for the
He's
gun?
more of the like, he's more of the face.
Bombastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be like putting him in wrestling and making him like a twink.
True.
The lawyer is a little mousy dude.
Hmm.
I don't really think he'd be good in Chicago to begin with. So.
I think of what he'd be fun in.
Phantom of the
I
Opera.
mean, well, yeah, Phantom of the Opera. That's the obvious one. But I mean, producers would be fun just to have him be allowed to be silly.
I'd make him the Nazi. Or the guy who ends up playing Hitler. The really gay one.
Yeah, see, that's who I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was thinking of him as, because for one, Hugh Jackman in a dress would be hysterical. But two, I think he would do that character really well, actually.
I think he would too.
I think he would genuinely have a ton of fun with it.
Alright, now we're at the last one.
And here's our scenery designer, Meg. Hi.
Keep it gay, keep it gay, keep it gay. I like her.
That whole fucking scene is so good. Oh, man. See, that's why I was thinking of that. Like, Hugh Jackman would be great.
You gonna make Hugh Jackman
No, I think
a lesbian? That would work.
It would. I think he'd be sad in that role.
Oh, it doesn't have enough singing.
Exactly. I think he would definitely be the guy in the dress. He would be that character. 100%. He would just ham it up and have fun and be silly. Especially because it'd be the exact same effect, too, as Springtime for Hitler.
Springtime for Hitler and Germany.
Because, like, all these people would be like, oh, yeah, it's Hugh Jackman. I'm going to see the manly man do manly things. And then it's Springtime for Hitler. And,
It's
you.
You're the last one.
And I think that would be fucking funny. Just as, like, a meta level thing, having everybody shows up for Hugh Jackman being cool and manly man, and then it's that, and they're like, what? Because I bet there was at least some people that went to the Les Miserables same
No.
reason.
No. I disagree. I don't think they did. I don't think you get certain men in there at all.
I feel like if you got Hugh Jackman, there's at least some of them that are going to show up because they think it's him being manly man cool guy, and then getting like, he's got enough movies under his belt now that maybe there's less of it, but like, then probably. Because like, what else has he done outside there? He's done like the Greatest Showman.
Never actually seen that one.
Understood it was pretty good. Never saw it either. There's something else he was in. What else has he been in? I'm gonna look it up. There's his Wikipedia. Let's see. Oh, he was in romantic comedies. That's funny. Oh, he was in Van Helsing. Prestige, that's the one. Yeah, see, he's done enough, like... So he did, like, Real Steel. That was the boxing one. He's done a lot of action ones, too. He won a Golden Globe for Best Actor when he was Jean Valjean.
I'm not surprised. They basically sold that movie on him.
Yeah. He'd provide voice roles in Happy Feet, Rise of the Guardians, and Missing Link.
Oh wow, Missing Link. It
Yeah.
looked like a.
He's also known for his early theater roles in the Australian production of Beauty and the Beast as Gaston.
Damn, they should have made him Gaston.
Ah, see? On Broadway, he won a Tony and a Drama Desk Award for Best Actor in musicals for being Peter Allen in The Boy from Oz. He was also in The Music Man.
You could do The Music Man.
Yeah.
They redid The Music Man. I'd see him in it. Trouble with T stands for that rhymes with P and it stands for Poe.
He got a role on his first show, which is a 10-part drama series, and it lasted for 1 season, but he met his wife during it.
Aww. That's sweet.
He went from that
Are they still married?
apparently.
Good for him. That's really hard to do when you're a celebrity.
So apparently after that show, he went and played Gaston in Beauty and the Beast, and then did Sunset Boulevard. Basically, he just did musicals for a while until he got in the X-Men movie.
That makes sense.
Seems like he has a lot more fun with those.
Yeah, I imagine the X-Men movies aren't fun to do.
He was Curly in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plains.
Good for him. He just seems like he's genuinely just having a lot of fun doing stuff. Yeah, he was the Easter Bunny in Rise of the Guardians.
That makes sense. That Easter Bunny was Australian.
Yeah. He played Blackbeard in the film Pan.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Oh.
Yeah, he was P.T. Barnum in The Greatest Showman. He's done a bunch of different ones. Good for him. He really, like I said, he really does generally seem to want to just go back to doing musicals and stuff.
Yeah, they're more fun.
Movies just seem to be a way to get him money to go and do the next musical.
I mean, he's probably in a lot of, like, people probably want him in a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
So he can probably ask for whatever he wants. I imagine that one line of "fuck you" in that one X-Men movie actually made him a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
For like one day of shooting. But it can't be very, like, fulfilling, I imagine.
Mm-hmm. He also apparently does, like, a lot of charity work.
Oh, I imagine, yeah. He seems like a good guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he literally set up a fair trade coffee thing through Keurig just so that, like, he could do more entrepreneur stuff there. Apparently, that's just something he likes to do.
She's summoning things.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Neat. There you go.
Seems like a cool dude.
Yeah.
Most of those guys are.
Yeah, they just want to be a musical person or just want to, like, be in theater. Like the Spider-Man actor, like, he got the job by just being a kind of a goober. Showed up just literally being like, hey, I can do a backflip, and then does it, and they're like, wow. Okay, don't do that again, but you're here? Like, he literally got his job just because they were like, oh, well, you can at least do the stuff, okay.
Spider-Man, do a backflip.
Like, reasonably good personality, can do some of the, like, stunts himself. Okay, let's see what you got, kid. He actually did it. Just having, like, even just the picture of him for the poster with him napping in the spider suit. Like, a lot of these guys really do seem like they got their one break and they've done really well since then, kind of deal. Yeah, they've either just, like, stuck their head down and, like, not done anything weird, or, you know, the Hulk actor is a big entrepreneur, big push for, like, all kinds of betterment of the world kind of things. So is Hugh Jackman.
I watched a thing about Sydney Sweeney. I think, like, yesterday or something. And one of the things they pointed out was, even though she, like, makes a lot of money, the overhead for just being, like, a relatively known actor and stuff like that means, like, she can't stop working for, like, 6 months. She'll be bankrupt.
Yeah.
So I imagine, like, that comes into a factor for a lot of them too. Because you need, like, lawyers, you need all this shit going on all the time, you need publicists.
You're globe trotting, like, yeah. I could see that. Like, a lot of them are, like, going around doing things. And like, in his case, like, he's setting up, you know, businesses as part of, like, a fund. Like, that's, you know, he set up that so that, like, the foundation was running it, and then the foundation was paying for, like, improving schools in the area and stuff like that. That still takes money from the start.
Well, just like being a bigger actor or actress, like there's so much you need to have. You have so many people that you have to keep going. You gotta keep your makeup people, your clothing people, trainers. You're probably gonna have to live somewhere expensive. You're gonna have to keep a lawyer on hand for anything that happens. All this stuff.
You probably got a personal assistant or two.
So if you're not making like probably the buku bucks, you're probably like not doing too well. You can't stop working.
Yeah. I could see that for like B tier actors and stuff like that. Because like obviously the Marvel actors and stuff like that, those are the ridiculous high end actor. Like that's peak of the mountain kind of thing.
And who knows, with like keeping up with that might take enough money that they have to do that. They have the same problem, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, like I wonder about like.
Plus, you get like a lifestyle. You get like a place you're living and stuff. If you want to keep living there, you're gonna have to usually pay a lot of money.
Yeah, like I always kind of wonder that with like Samuel Jackson, because like he's not a young man anymore, and he's still doing stuff constantly. Like he's always in like ads. He's always doing this, that, and everything. So like, that maybe he just wants to keep doing stuff, or maybe he has to, kind of thing. You never really know. It's not really my place to pry either. So. I don't know.
But in a sense, you think about like they have all this money, but depending on what they're doing, they might not.
Yeah.
And not at any fault of them, or even just like financial decisions or anything. Just working in that takes a lot of money.
And some of them, like too, the way they get paid is really more from like residuals from the money.
Yeah, and apparently they don't get a lot of those anymore either. Because with streaming and stuff, you're not paid the same way you used to be.
Yeah, that's why a lot of that's why a lot of streaming services were doing that kind of thing, because they would keep it around for a couple of months, and then right before the residual break point hits, they'd take it off the service. There was something recently that I saw that was like, coming off of Netflix soon, better watch it now, and it was like an only on Netflix thing anyways.
So you're fucked forever?
Yeah, so it's like, okay, cool, like that thing is just gone now. Great.
Reminds me of Infinity Train and how like you can't legally watch the second half of it.
There was like, it might have been Infinity Train, but it was one of the ones that was like that, where it's just like the person involved like didn't even get their like DVD copy of the part of it until like after it was gone from everywhere. So there was literally no physical evidence that the thing had even existed.
That's horrible.
Yeah. And he's like, and I'm the director, so of course I'm telling everyone to bootleg it. Because fuck them.
What else are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
You can't legally see it anywhere.
Right? Like, I objectively cannot give you money for the thing that I want.
And they don't really care because pirating doesn't cost them any money if you can't see it anywhere anyway.
Yeah.
But it costs like those poor people who worked on it money. Or rather, money they could have had.
Yeah.
They just paid the fuckers.
But if we pay people, then we're not making infinite money. Oh, I'm sorry. Not infinite money. Infinite growth. Because that's the real.
Because they're not even usually making money because they're lying about shit.
Yeah. You have to be growing infinitely. There's, the most recent wave of, like, huge wave of layoffs at Amazon, right? And, like, it sounds like a huge honking number, because it is, but also, like, compared to their total workforce, it's still a big number, but, like, not enough that they care about, kind of thing. And, like, for part of that, It's just because they're like they posted single digit growth this year.
Oh no.
So they're like getting rid of, God, it was like 10,000 employees or something like that. It was some absurd number of people. And the person was like, we don't want to be known for, having this be the regular. We don't want to be known.
Hello.
Hello. Like, we don't want to be known for laying off people, even though that's what we're doing.
I mean, that's literally all I know them for.
Yeah, right. But that's literally what it was. It's just like, well, we only posted single digit growth. So not only was it profit, but it was more profit. But that's not enough. Because it never is.
We're making money, but not a shit ton of money. So we're gonna fire a bunch of people and then have to spend money getting new people.
Then we're going to have, that always stuck with me when they were at fucking Lowe's. What they were like bitching about having to hire and train new people. And literally saying that it costs them thousands of dollars every new employee they have to hire, in the same breath as like, well, we have a 67% turnover rate.
I think you're the problem.
Do you not think that maybe, just maybe, it'd be cheaper to keep those people?
No.
Wild thought.
No. Our investors don't care, so why should we? They just want to see infinite growth.
See, our investors saw cost go down. That makes us better. Little kitty. Itty bitty kitty committee. Put her in the trouble bubble.
It's like those anime glasses.
The swirly. The charisma glasses. Everybody always makes fun of those glasses, but you always see somebody with those glasses, like the little nerd guy in Sailor Moon had little swirly glasses. Who's he with? Like one of the most attractive women in the entire show.
She kind of dumped that friend. She didn't show up at all later seasons.
Oof. I choose to believe it's because she was with her boyfriend.
And the other girls. Like most of one season, they're all working on their entrance exams for high school. Like the entire season.
Well, I mean, it is like a big thing over there. I can understand that. Be like doing your SATs over here, I guess. I did not like the SATs because I don't like tests.
They probably don't like you neither.
It was good. I'm pretty sure I can take a test in an alley.
But can you pass it though?
No, that's why I need a number 2 pencil to stab it. I don't know, I did okay on it. I did that and I did the, my mom made me do the military one, the ASVAB or whatever. It's like, it determines your like aptitude for like doing military job stuff. And I got like a 94 out of 100 on that one, so. But I don't like tests. I don't know. I don't think that they're all that useful the way they are currently. Especially if you have any kind of like anything outside of the mental norm whatsoever, it immediately becomes less useful for you. Because then it might just be like, does the person struggle to read? Do they struggle with like
Dyslexia.
Timed tests? But also like, if you are judging the school's funding based off of how the students do in a test, you got the fucking cart before the horse. If your students are doing poorly on the testing, then your students need more support, and support takes money. So isn't that fucking backwards? Shouldn't you be like, hey, we need to see where the money's going and where some of the problem is, and also here's some support funding for this, that, and the other? Like, wouldn't that be the correct response to the situation?
No.
Like, I feel like that's a better use of your
They
money.
just closed down your school.
Yeah. Like, but that's not the right way to go about that at all. In fact, that seems pretty damn dumb.
Oh, fucking well, bitch. Should have been better at taking a stupid test.
I mean, like, if you're like, oh, a third of our school can't do math, well, like, okay, that is a problem that should be addressed. It should not be to the punishment of the students. Tiny creature.
This one should be the last one for the night.
They're very cute. They look like the one-shot kitty in the little chibi form like that.
I get my little scars now around the color there.
I need a drink. Why is it little kitty Natsuki if you are Wolfie Natsuki? Would it be a little puppy?
Well, the picture was a cat.
I was reading their name tag in the chat. It says Wolfie.
Oh, Wolfie, oh, Wolfie.
No woo, $500 fine.
Don't tell me what to do, bitch.
Good job. Ow!
You're not handsome, it's true, but when I look at you, I go, oh, Wolfie, oh, Wolfie.
Somebody in a little Red Riding Hood fursuit. Just do like the wolf walking around. That'd be fun. Behold wife's power to turn you into a marketable plushie.
I wish I were a marketable plushie.
Turn
Oh,
your-
that's right. I'm going to put out those little plushie boxes
Yeah.
tomorrow. So I guess I will be. Hooray.
You can't turn Narosa into a marketable plushie. She's got too many
She'll
pointy
kill
bits.
people. I don't trust her.
Narosa plushie recalled for pointy bits. Reissued with corks. It's got little safety knives, the ones that like retract when you stab them into somebody. sleep?
You have need of sleep.
I have all the need of sleep. And yet, I do not.
You sounded really snuffly last night.
Mm-hmm. Felt it too. It was a bit stuffy today. My EP meds, I have a refill on those tomorrow to pick up. Because pharmacy's not open on Sunday.
Oh, I forgot. The eyeballs are on the line with glare. I forgot. I took your eyes.
My eyes.
We'll just keep it that color. Alright. And that is the last one.
Woo!
Only went a little over.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna post these on the Patreon Discord. Well, there's an ad break, so I'll wait till the ad break's over.
Mm-hmm.
I'll rearrange them in the meantime. There we go. Alright, so that's everything tonight. I'll put these up in the Patreon Discord under the art requests tab. I will see y'all next week with some more 40s. So same time, same place.
Yeah.
Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See y'all next time.